In this video I will show you an easy way how the car recycler can respond to your offer and that you get the information in a way that you can process them automatically. And in this use case we want to use tools that you already have, where you don't need an additional product or have to pay for any additional licenses. And for this reason we take Microsoft Forms. We create a new form, and in the form we type in price quote for damaged cars, then have a text which refers question, and we ask for the email address. In the second question we ask for the vehicle identification number, because we need that to assign the price quote that the car recycler gives to the car we want to sell. In the third question we ask for the price quote, and these are all the questions we need: email address, vehicle ID and price quote. And so we look in the preview how this form looks like. We have the headline, we have the email address, vehicle ID, and we have the price quote for a car. Now we want to modify some settings. So we go to settings, only persons in Canyon Friends can use it. This is not what we want. We want that everybody can use it. So we click here, because we send it to the car recyclers which are not part of my Microsoft 365 organization. As next, I would like to have the URL of the form, and I would like to have it pre-filled, that the car recycler doesn't have to fill everything. So I go on get prefilled link, and here I see the form again and can type in the parameters, which is in this case the email address I want to have it pre-filled with. And same goes for the vehicle ID. And here we have the vehicle ID in the app, so we say V003. And for price quote we leave these empty. And then we copy and paste the link. And when we look at the link, we see the response page ASPX, and then we have a question mark, and from that we see the parameters. And the parameter starts with an ID, and then the next parameter is with the ampersand, R something, equal Paul.Canon %40 schreib mir .jetzt, and the %40 is the symbol for the @ sign, which I cannot put in the URL otherwise. And then we have the ampersand again and another ID, and then we have the V003. So if the car recycler gets the link, clicks on it, I will do this here in a browser tab, he gets the form pre-filled with the email address and the car ID, and that's exactly what we want. So now we want to incorporate the link of the form into the email that we send to the car recycler. So give you a price quote here, and we paste the link. And this might not be the nicest way, and the give you a price quote here went to the bottom, so we have to cut it out and put it to the top again. I make it bold. And what we see here, we have the V003. This is hard-coded, but we want to have it dynamically assigned. So we go into our list of previous actions, and we see the vehicle ID here. So now we have dynamic vehicle IDs. Same goes for the email address. And I want to have it as dynamic value as well. And with the email of the car recycler in the list rows actions. If you want to see how we got this, I recommend you to watch the previous video of the series. And we have one challenge here, because we can use the email directly, because in the email address from the list rows we get the @ sign, but we don't want to have that. We need the %40. So we use the replace function, replace text. And for that, we use the original email from our dynamic content. And then we replace the text, the @ sign, and replace it with the %40. And now we also have our email address replaced. Then we save the flow and can test it. Test flow, I go automatically with recent events. We tested the flow successfully before, so all these things run through. Then we get the data of the attachment with the pictures, and after they went through, the flow generates the emails, and once they are generated we can go to Outlook and see how they look like. I here go to the sent objects, and I can see already the sent emails that have been sent through the flow. I see the attachment, I see the car description, this is nothing new. And if I scroll down, I see the form. And I copy the form, paste it into the browser to see what I get. I get Paul Cannon as email address prefilled and vehicle ID 002. And if I go to the other email, I see Peter Bim and ID 002. So far so good. What is not so nice is that this is not a hyperlink yet. So we have to fix that. So we go back to edit, and here I copy the hyperlink into the clipboard, and then I paste it into the word click, because this is where the car recycler should click to get to the form. And what I see here, it resolves already my vehicle identification variable. And if I go to the left, I see the email address with the function, and we are good to go. So now that we have the hyperlink in the click, we can delete the hyperlink and test the flow. And it has the click with the hyperlink, and I click on it and I see Susan Burke. This is the recipient of the email, since everything is working fine, and go into my form for damaged cars, Peter Bim, and Peter Bim is giving a price quote 10,000. So he sent his reply.